Okay, so I'm about to get the delivery now. Ube Cheese Pandesal. So excited to try it. Hey, so I'll be doing my first ever mukbang today with this one. So Ube Cheese Pandesal. I think this is the cheapest that I saw so far. It only costs 9 pesos per piece. And so these are 20 pieces. So 180 pesos. But if you can see, medyo small when it comes to size. Relatively small compared to the other ones. But I don't have an idea with the taste. So let's go. Okay, so I prepared coffee, black coffee, because I think it goes well with ube cheese, and then I'll open it now. Yan. As you can see, it's not so small, but smaller compared to the others. Let's have the first three muna, and then I'm gonna answer your question. So yesterday I asked some of my friends to shoot me one question. Anything under the sun. I asked about 15 people and then I got 72 responses. So, ano nangyari sa one question per person? But yeah, anyway, I'll answer them. Okay, so before I taste this one, I'll answer one question muna. Let's see. By the way, guys, for those Tagalog questions, I need to translate them to English because I have a foreigner friend who's watching. Hi, Jen. Question number 1. You already competed in a beauty pageant, so do you see yourself competing in a bodybuilding pageant? Ooh. Okay, first off, I've already let go of my dream to become a beauty queen, so it's just not for me. But bodybuilding pageant, I don't see myself doing it in the near future. Not because I don't want to. I want to. I mean, as a fitness enthusiast, I think it's, one of those goals. But I'm really not ready to commit to a strict diet yet. That's the reason actually why I admire the bodybuilders. It takes so much discipline and commitment to have that diet, to stick to that diet. But maybe I just don't want it that much for now. So the commitment isn't there yet. But not closing doors, life is full of surprises. So we'll see. Okay, this is it. So I'll try to break it muna. Oh, meron siyang halaya sa loob. The cheese is not so madami. Actually, hindi ko masyado makita. So, pero let's taste. Delicious. Masarap. Masarap siya. Maybe because of that added halaya. Right level of sweetness. And then that kick from the ube flavor. Sarap. I'll rate it around siguro 9 out of 10. Okay. Gusto ko na lang kumain. I don't want to answer your questions anymore. Joke. Question number 2. Why did you suddenly start YouTubing? Para namang ayaw mo na nandito ako kung sino ka mang nagtanong. Joke. Well, I started with fitness vlogs last month, May. I just feel like there's a lot of demotivation going on right now when it comes to having that active lifestyle, when it comes to exercising. So that was my primary purpose. And then little did I know, it wasn't really in the plan that, the quarantine would pave way to the birth of YannaChews, which is an online talk show that I started. And yeah, until now, I'm still overwhelmed with the guests that I've already interviewed. And yeah, shameless plug, more guests and episodes to come. So you guys watch out for that. And yun, I've always wanted to do something that can influence or impact the lives of people in a good way. I think through publishing these vlogs about mental health, fitness, and other self-help topics, I hope somehow those few people who watch these vlogs that I do, I hope somehow I make a positive impact in your life. So that's the reason why I started YouTubing, and hopefully, tumagal. But yeah, now I'm enjoying it. I learn a lot of skills like video editing, content creation, public speaking, interviewing, and so on. Why is life so unfair? Ooh, medyo mabigat na. Wait lang. Okay. I wish I can answer your question, but it's really hard. But I agree. Life is never fair. It never was, and it never will be. But what can we do? We just have to deal with that, I guess. Though maybe to answer your question, maybe we just have different standards when it comes to what is fair versus what is not fair. I mean, I'm just trying to give life the benefit of the doubt na maybe it's just being played in a different set of rules and regulations, and those rules and regulations do not conform with ours. Do you get what I mean? I mean, it's just a matter of perspective. But also in my perspective, life is unfair and we just have to deal with it, I guess. Which is boyfriend material, runner or bodybuilder? The person who asked this, feeling ko may tinutumbok siyang tao, pero... Well, okay, I know someone who is both a runner and a bodybuilder, so... But to answer the question, surprisingly, right now, I think bodybuilder, because just like what I've mentioned, sobrang hands down ako when it comes to their discipline, and I want that, that kind of people to surround me. So, maybe for now, bodybuilder. Okay. Quick update lang, I'm on my second pandesal. Sana wag naman umabot sa 20. Sarap eh. Are you open for dating right now? Maybe via Zoom, because it's not so safe to go outside. What would you advise to someone who has acquired insomnia, with the most likely suspects being a mid-shift work schedule or the coronavirus pandemic? Thanks, with a smiley. Okay, this one is serious. First off, I can relate to that, Beshi. Because just to share with everyone, I've always had insomnia ever since I was a kid. And then when I got into a mid-shift scheduled job, it worsened. And until now, it's in a not so good state. But siguro what I just try to do, especially now in quarantine, we have, mas marami tayong oras compared to what we had before. So use that time to sleep. But I know, having insomnia, kahit gusto mong matulog, you really just can't sleep. So I actually have an advice, but it's a little long and serious. And maybe I'll just, let's talk offline. I'll send you a private chat because I think this needs to be discussed and I'm concerned with you. So let's discuss offline. Where are you strongest? Running, biking, or swimming? How are you gonna train in the time of COVID? Wow, ang triathlete ang dating ko. Pero yeah, actually it's also my problem. Okay, first question. I'm strongest in running, probably because I've been doing it for a long time already, and then it's where it all started. Then second is swimming. I just learned how to do it more than a year ago. And third is biking, because confession, I don't even know how to ride a bike. I was supposed to parang study, but because of the pandemic, it was put in halt. So how am I gonna train in the time of COVID? These are all endurance sports, right? So I can't run outside, I can't swim. Obviously, I can't also ride a bike. So what I just do is, at home, I do high-intensity interval training and more on those workouts that improve the endurance. I do a minimum of 100 burpees a day plus other workouts. Because I think, that can somehow not really replace but that can be a good substitute to running. I mean, yung mga sabog baga talaga na exercises, like burpees, you know, so that's just what I can do right now. If you will be given a chance to correct the mistake that you did in the past, what will it be, why, and how can it affect your present? Nothing is an acceptable answer. Bigat na, wait lang. Well, first, thank you for that wonderful question. Kasi parang pang beauty pageant eh. It's not really a mistake, but it's a little regret that there's a risk, a small risk that I took last year, wherein I invested so much effort, time, and a little bit of money, and then it didn't work the way I wanted it to. Maybe because the person involved didn't behave the way I expected him or her to, and that just messed me up. And things didn't really go well. So, how can it affect your present? Maybe if I didn't do that, if I didn't take that risk, then I have one less reason to be sad every day. But life goes on, so charot. Ang bigat na, so kape ulit. How do you see the fitness industry evolving in the time of COVID-19? If the fitness centers reopen, do you see people going back to them? I think home workouts are really becoming a trend right now, and home gym setups also, because I mean, we won't know when everything would get back to normal. Now, if the fitness centers reopen, yes, I see people going back to it, though I'm not really in support because I don't think it's safe. I mean, unless we already have a vaccine, that's the only time it's safe to go to the studios with the other students. But yes, unfortunately, I see people going back to it because the dynamics of the class done in studios, it's really different, and I know the feeling. You're really gonna miss it if you're not doing it for so many months now. So yeah, I see people going back to it. But guys, be safe. Just work out at home if you can. Ideal man, or what you like or not like in man. Guys, make the first move, please. Haha. Haha. Maybe 3 qualities. First is athletic and fit. I mean, not because of the physique, but for me, if you're physically fit, it says something about who you are as a person. It means that you have discipline, you have commitment, and you can say no to temptations. Second, pure-hearted. I just think like pure-hearted people are so rare nowadays. Those God-fearing and kind-hearted people. I really admire. Then last would be articulate, like someone who can express himself well in English. I'm sorry if there's a specific language requirement, but I just like people who can speak in public very well. And English is the universal language, so if you want the world to hear you, you must make an effort to actually learn it. So that's it. Wait. Nakain ko yung halaya. Sobrang sarap. Where do you get the drive or motivation to do all the things you've done or still doing? I believe that life is just about distracting yourself until the day you die. I mean, as hard or as dark as it may sound, but it's reality, and every day I just look for distractions. I mean, if you know me so well, I've already done a lot of things. You're right, because I always want to explore, and I always want to be productive, because life is short. You won't know if you're gonna die tomorrow, later, or whenever. So if you have the chance, do what you want. So maybe that's what gives me motivation to do all the things that I've done and that I'm still doing. Who is Crisostomo Ibarra for you, and why? I don't know who asked this question because I never, I don't remember telling anyone how important Crisostomo Ibarra is to me. But okay, now I have the chance to tell you guys. So, for those who don't know, Crisostomo Ibarra is the protagonist in No Limitang Here, which is one of Jose Rizal's greatest masterpieces. And that is like my most favorite novel. So I was just 14 years old when I read that novel. And Crisostomo Ibarra is like the first character that opened my eyes to the cruelty of the world and life. So he will always be my favorite character. I'm so attached to the things that happened to him, to his story. Maybe I can make a separate vlog episode for him. But yeah, I'm just so sad with what happened to him. But to answer the question, he is one of my most favorite characters in literature. What what's the hardest question to answer, and what is your answer to this hardest question? Why do bad things happen to good people? I think that's hard because I also don't know the answer. I mean, I've asked myself a couple of times with that question at some points in my life, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe the answer is the other question that was just asked to me, which is life is unfair. So deal with it. Why is my Beshi Yana still single? Beshi, I would just like to think that the right one hasn't come along yet, but I'm very much open to the possibility of being, single forever. I'm totally okay with that because I believe not all women are born to be wives and mothers. There are a few women out there who are destined to do other things, and maybe I'm one of those women, and I'm totally fine with it. You know, there are just so many things in life that you can do. Of course, I would want to have my own kids, my family, but if that is not meant for me, then so be it. Anong masasabi mo kay So the friend just mentioned a name. So he or she is asking, what can you say about Toot? How's your love life lately? Any suitors? Sex or chocolates? Ha 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 ha. What is your stand on homosexuality in the LGBTQ plus community? How do you view homosexuals and same-sex couples?